Shiba, Pumba, Electumare. Onona Gombo, Anojo, Dio. Electumare, Babaloke, Baba. Electumare, Babaloke, Baba.
Metropolitan Club, Victoria Island, Lagos, was venue for the 60th birthday anniversary celebration of Mrs. Adenike Ashiru, wife of Professor Toyin Ashiru of the respected Ashiru family of Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State, Nigeria. The event formally began as the celebrant and her husband were ushered into the hall, as all the guests rose up on their feet to receive them with pomp and glee. BJ Sax provided the musical accompaniment. As to be expected, the event was oversubscribed, so to speak, in terms of high net worth individuals, corporate titans, business moguls, and high flyers in various other disciplines with whom the celebrant and her husband have been associated over the years. After the opening prayers, then was the welcome remarks by one of the daughters of the celebrant, who flew in from the United States of America for the event. Notable among the prominent dignitaries are former governors Segun Oshoba, General Adetunji Olurin, and Otumba Gbenga Daniel of Ogun State, Chief Mrs. Nike Akonde, CON, Mr. Fola Diola and wife, Olorogun Sonny Kuku and wife, Professor Oye Bidapo Obey and wife, the Managing Director, Airtel Telecommunications, Mr. Segun Ogunsoya, the Group Managing Director of FCMB, Mr. Ladi Balogun, Chief Mrs. Ronke Atere, and Otumba Ononuga, the husband of the Deputy Governor of Ogun State, among others. The documentary, which vividly encapsulates the life trajectory of the celebrant, Mrs. Adenike Ashiru, and the very motivating and stimulating 36 years marriage between the celebrant and her husband, Professor Toyin Ashiru, was aired at the event. All those who volunteered to share their thoughts about the celebrant testified to it that, just as her husband has said repeatedly, Mrs. Adenike Ashiru is reliable, faithful, generous, kind, dependable, and sincere. Indeed, the husband of the celebrant, Professor Toyin Ashiru, whose path with her crossed 40 years ago when they were both undergraduates studying at the University of Sussex, Brighton, in the UK, confessed that without the celebrant, he would not have been where he is today. The cutting of the Diamond Jubilee anniversary cake of Mrs. Adenike Ashiru was jointly conducted by the duo of Chief Mrs. Ronke Atere, the younger sister of Otumba Shubomi Balogun, and Chief Mrs. Nike Akonde, CON, President of Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Speeches, so you will pardon me. So now let us do the exact the work. Nike is the name of the celebrant. My auntie's name too ends with Nike. But my own name is usually shortened to Nike. So, I would like you to please join me while I spell Nike. Please join me as I call N. I.
Photographers, please stoop. Let us see what is being done here. Photographers, please go down. E for Nike.
Congratulations.
For she's a jolly good fellow.
For she's a jolly good fellow. For she's a jolly good fellow. And so say all of us.
After the cake cutting exercise, the celebrant, her husband, children, spouses, and all the family members and associates of the Ashirus joined in the marathon session of photo and video shoot.
Auntie Patrick on a sailing ship. When I come to Jamaica, I made a stop. Oh, sad to say, I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I have to leave my little girl in Kingston Town.
While paying tributes to his wife, whom he called his jewel of inestimable value, apologies to the late sage, Professor Toyin Ashiru, who managed to brave giving into emotions, recounted with very commendable accuracy the unquantifiable sacrifices his wife made for his sake, concluding that the celebrant stood by him through all the travails and that she will remain his confident, solid source of support and inspiration. In fact, Professor Toyin Ashiru says his wife, the celebrant, sets the standard he aspires to meet.
I thank God for this jewel that I've chosen as my wife. She has been my pillar of support. And I will tell you a secret today. She set the standard I follow. She has sacrificed a lot for me. And I've said to her on her 50th birthday, I said, Nike, when you turn 60, you will not need to work anymore. I thank God for this jewel I have as a wife. You will always see us, whenever you see us at parties, we are likely arguing and fighting, believe me. But it is part of us. Sorry, arguing, debating it out, but believe you me, it's the strength of our relationship. Thank you very much. Nike, I wish you many happy returns, long life and prosperity. Thank you.
The toast of the birthday girl was proposed, and all asked to clink glasses to her continued success and progress in life.
Wishing her great and fulfilling years ahead. Repeat, great and fulfilling years ahead. Long life and prosperity. Let's clink our glasses.
In her response to the toast, the celebrant went back memory lane to look at the twists and turns that characterized her 36 years marriage to Professor Toyin Ashiru and thanked God for seeing them through, saying she couldn't have wished for a better husband. She ended by thanking all those who honored her with their esteemed presence.
I'm so overjoyed that I cannot think very straight because I look around my life and I just have to just say thank you, Father, because I've been so blessed. The Lord has blessed me tremendously. I always tell people, I said I always feel like a special child of God. I know everyone is, but I think I'm one of his favorites. In this past 1 week, I've felt so much love that I don't know what to do with it. You know, like it's just making me feel somehow. I don't know, you know. So, what do I want to say? I want to say that I know that each of you have other places you could be at this particular moment. But for you to choose to be here is a choice and is a sign of love, and I appreciate it so much.
From Biskin Communications, we heartily congratulate the latest addition to the ranks of those in the exclusive league of the Diamond people. Diamonds are indeed forever.
At 60 is the beginning of another life, and that the way she's had happiness up till 60, she'll be even happier after 60. That herself, her husband, and her children will continue to be one united Christian family that should be blessed with good health, with sound mind, and all the good things of life. That is my prayer.
It's been wonderful. She's part of the Ashiru family, and she's not there's no way to describe her as a virtuous woman. She's just a virtuous woman. I mean, she's been very much around there for my brother, for the children, and the grandchildren. I wish her many more years in good health, and I pray that all her heart desires will be granted by God.
With the husband, very good, cordial, understanding, and the idea that a marriage needs to be tested, a marriage needs to go through a lot of hurdles, but the principle is that at the end of the day, the marriage must not fail. Many years, like as much as I wish myself, and I wish you too.